We're here with Susan Naylor with the Will Smith Foundation. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Well, first and foremost, Will Smith is not the actor Will Smith. Is that correct?
That's correct. This Will Smith was a little 8-year-old boy who loved the world, made friends everywhere, and he was my son. Will was killed tragically while we were on vacation in Hawaii in a head-on car crash. And after that, all of these stories came out from other children and from Will's teachers and other parents, just how special he was. And in order to keep him in everybody's life, we started the Will Smith Foundation to carry on that benevolence.
So tell us a little bit more about the foundation. I think it's very, very special that you started something.
To say it's a calling is so cliche, but it was. I have never ever been involved with nonprofit. Might have made a donation or did a little walk or something, but mainly did it because other folks were doing it, and just was never in the nonprofit world at all. But I promised God that day that whether Will lived or died, I would start a foundation, whatever shape he was in, I would take care of him, and we would start this foundation and help other children, because that's what Will always wanted to do, was help other children and be kind and animals. Our mission statement is very broad because I would never want to pigeonhole and just help certain people. Our mission statement basically is to provide positive life experiences for children. That can be through the arts, through education, through, we support the zoo here, we support music, we support anything that brings a positive light to a child's life.
Which is what he
did.
Yes.
Exactly.
So it's great that he lives on through this foundation. And tell us of some of the things that you've done with the foundation, or what he supports right here in San Antonio.
The first thing we went to was the zoo. The zoo and the Whitney Museum. Will loved them both so much. So we started small, and we did fundraisers for a while, and then I was lucky enough to be in the position that we were able to really grow. We support the Tobin here, the arts. The Tobin even has a program called Charlie Seeds, which is named after Will's brother, where, say, a grandmother wants to be able to take her grandson because he's interested in guitar, and there's a great guitar player, but they can't afford tickets. And they can email in, and the Tobin provides seats. Our newest thing now is getting involved with the Alamo, and that goes back to our Texas heritage. And again, it's education for children. If you think about it, for years it was really hard to learn at the Alamo. A lot of the things that they have down there are hard to really see, and what they're going to do down there now will be so educational.
Now, I know some of the things that you've done here in San Antonio, but what has the Will Smith Foundation done outside of San Antonio?
We drill wells in Africa. It's called the Village Well, and it's man-powered, and it can be dismantled, and you take it from village to village just on a cruiser, and you set it up, and then it's a wheel that turns. It doesn't pollute the environment. You don't have to worry about having power out in the middle of nowhere. And we have brought water to places that have not had water for years. So these people have had to walk 5 and 10 miles, and it's usually the women that walk to get the water there.
What words of wisdom would you have for a parent or a grandparent that has experienced the loss of a child?
I think my best advice is to stay involved, and because it brings a peace to your heart to know that your child is still being thought of and their name is still being used, and it's what has brought me peace all these years. What I love about what we've done with this is it truly let Will live on. It was more than just a scholarship here and there or a few things. Everything that we do has Will's touch on it.
If other people want to come alongside the Will Smith Foundation and get involved in, how can they do that?
We actually have a website out there. It's www.willsmithfoundation.org. If you wanted to be involved somehow and be a volunteer, or still if you wanted to make a donation, we are still a 501c3. We love for people that just want to heal their hearts and be involved and be around children and be around positive experiences.
Susan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everything that you have done, and you know what, God bless you and the life of Will Smith and Charlie, and thank you for making the world a better place, our community, Africa, Hawaii, everything.
We've got a lot of kids out there that we need to reach.
Yes, yes we do. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
At Mission Park and Mission Park Cares, we'd like to bring you more programming each and every week.
Yes, just subscribe here or catch us every Sunday morning on Fox 29.
And remember, at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.